guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on all my kind of craft bits and pieces. I've been thinking about making these videos a bit more of a feature on my channel, so I tend to do them maybe every couple of months or so, but I have been enjoying my crafts so much over the last few months that I just kind of thought that I just enjoy talking about them and things like that. I did think about starting up a different channel. Not sure whether to do that at the moment, so I kind of thought maybe I'll update you a bit more regularly on this channel. Yeah, let me know what you think of those ideas. I was kind of thinking maybe every couple of weeks or every few weeks rather than kind of every couple of months or something like that. I do have a separate Instagram account where I kind of post about my knitting and my crochet and things like that, and that is at mama.crochet, so I'll leave a link to that down below, and then you can find me as mama.crochet on Ravelry as well, so again I will leave a link to that down below. Yeah, so I was kind of naming these episodes Picking Up the Threads, which I quite liked the ring of. And I may still do that. I don't know whether to kind of incorporate my new Instagram / Ravelry name into these and just kind of call it the mama.crochet. I don't really know, but I don't know. Let me know what you think of those ideas, whether you think that's a good idea or not. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to talk about a few things that I have finished, the first of which I am wearing. I finished this morning and I had to put it on, and I've taken some pictures of it during the course of the day, and I'm just really super proud of myself. So this is the Rhiannon Slouch sweater. This was a crochet along on the Fells Crochet website. I will leave a link to it down below so you can check out the pattern. It's a free pattern on their website, and this is by Jessica from over at the Hook Nook. The Hook Nook is her Instagram account, and she's a really cool crochet designer. She's got some really lovely patterns in her Ravelry store. But this one really caught my eye just because I thought it was so contemporary, and a lot of other bits and pieces in her Ravelry store are really contemporary as well, but I just really loved it. She crocheted it out of Lion brand Heartland in like a mustardy colour. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen here so you can see. I could get Heartland off of, I think, Love Knitting and Love Crochet, but when I was kind of looking at it at the time, it was selling out quite a lot and it was quite expensive as well. So each ball was, I think, something like $5.99. I think I needed 5 balls of it. So I think in the grand scheme of things, like especially if you knit or crochet with indie dyed yarn, that's not that expensive. But for my budget at that particular time, I couldn't really justify it. So I decided to go with something different. This is crocheted out of Hayfield bonus Iran. And I've got the, excuse me for reaching, I've got the wool here. They come in these massive, I think they're 800g balls. This is the second ball, and I haven't used an awful lot of this one, but I bought 2 of these. And if I just get out the ball band, here we go. So yeah, it's Hayfield bonus Iran. And it is 80% acrylic, I think, and 20% wool. Yeah, and you get oh no, it's for a 400g ball, 920 yards. This is machine washable, so that's kind of why I quite like it as well, because this, you know, I can just chuck it in the wash if I want to. Not that I probably will that often, but there we go. So these ones, I bought these in my local sort of craft / wool store, and these were $9.99 a ball, so I bought 2 of these. And then the black bits that you can see, I just knit out of Stylecraft Special Iran, is that what it's called? Starcraft Special Iran, yeah, and this is obviously black. Oh, I forgot to say that the shade of this one is 0905. It's not got a name to it as far as I can see, but it's 0905. So yeah, I absolutely loved crocheting this. So it's a free pattern, so you can see exactly how it's crocheted up, but basically you make the front panel and the back panel, which are identical. Then you kind of sew it together and do the neck bit and the bottom hem and stuff like that. Then you make the sleeves and you sew the sleeves together and you do the hemming and add it to the jumper pocket, and then a kind of other details. But it's just so good. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of show you in a bit more detail. If I stand up, you can sort of see. I'm gonna have to crouch down a bit what it looks like. It's a little bit cropped, so it comes down to, so these are high-waisted jeans just below my waist. So you could make this a little bit longer. The sizing is you cast on so many stitches this way, I think. Yeah, so if you wanted to make it longer, you'd have to cast on more stitches down here, or hook up, chain on, whatever the expression is. If you wanted to make it a little bit longer. This has got, it's supposed to be a positive ease, have a bit of positive ease to it, so it's not supposed to be really fitted. So again, if you wanted it more fitted, I crocheted the medium size, but if you wanted it a bit more fitted, then I'd go a size down maybe. And then this is the back. Nothing too adventurous about the back. It's got these split seams at the side, and then this lovely detail at the bottom. And then this, which is a pocket. I'm not really sure about it as a pocket at the moment. I might just applique it all the way around, because it's not really a pocket in the traditional sense. You're not going to put anything in it. I don't know whether I like the way it sits at the moment, but I am so proud of myself. This is the first crochet garment that I've ever made, and yeah, I'm just proud basically. It took me about 3 or 4 weeks to make it. Obviously the panels, the front and the back panel, were the most time consuming. But yeah, I absolutely love it. And I think I've been thinking about this, and a slight tangent, I'll just pick up my cup of tea. I've been thinking about kind of my crochet and my knitting, and I've always said that I enjoy crochet more because I get places quicker, and that's still true, but also I don't know, I just feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit more, and that's probably because I've had more practice at it, and I just need to practice knitting a little bit more, but I just really enjoy crochet. So I think what I'm trying to say is that I'm not gonna, I was worried's probably the wrong word, but I was kind of thinking about, oh, you know, I'm not really getting anywhere with my knitting sort of thing, like, you know, but I don't think that's a massive deal. Like, I enjoy crocheting more. I'll continue knitting and continue trying to get better at it, but I think I'm gonna stick with the crochet a bit more when it comes to kind of like more adventurous projects and things like that, because I enjoy it more as well. So yeah, that's definitely going to be happening. Okay, second finished object is this shawl. Yeah, so this is my crocodile shawl. Should I put this on? It's going to look a bit weird with this jumper. So it's supposed to kind of go across your shoulders like that. There we go. So I was working on this and I finished this just before New Year, and I wanted to take it on a cruise that I was going on. There we go, it's a bit better. To go over a dress that I was wearing on New Year's Eve. I didn't wear it in the end. I think because what it's got are these velvet ribbon bits that kind of tie it together. So what it's supposed to look like, if I just do it up, then you can kind of get a sense of what it's supposed to be. I'm not going to do it up very elegantly, but anyway. So there we go. You can kind of see how it goes. So yeah, it kind of sits off of your shoulders and it ties up with this bit in here, which is fine. I kind of feel though it's a bit slippy, and it kind of feels okay with this jumper underneath it because the jumper's a bit thicker and so therefore it's got something to grip onto, but when it was kind of just on my skin it was kind of a bit loosey-goosey, as it were, and I kind of didn't feel that secure in it, and I kind of felt like it would be a bit cumbersome during the evening rather than complement the outfit. So I didn't wear it in the end, which was a real shame. But yeah, I still really like it, so I'm kind of thinking whether I should change this ribbon for a big button, put a big button like over here. And so if I undo this bit, you can kind of see what I mean. Hold on. There we go. And so therefore you'd have like one bit crossing over like that, and then it would be a little bit more secure, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, let me know what you think of that idea. But this is made in crocodile stitch. So if I show you the stitch pattern, it took me kind of a while to learn how to do it, and I used a tutorial in the end from Bella Coco Crochet, which I'll leave linked down below. She explained it really, really clearly, and of course I could fast forward and rewind the video as many times as I liked. So yeah, and it's in this lovely pink sparkly yarn, so I don't know whether you can see the sparkle in it. Maybe you can. Yeah. I made it out of King Cole Baby Glitz DK in the shade 3217 Marzipan, and this is the third ball, so you can see how much I've got left. So I used up 2 and a bit balls in order to do it. And I got the pattern out of this book here called Geek Chic Crochet, and it's got loads of really cool patterns in it. One of which I'll show you later on I want to make next. Where's the shawl? Here we go. And it was this crocodile shawl. So yeah, I really like it. I'm just not sure how much wear I'm going to get out of it, which is a bit of a shame because I spent so much time on it and I really enjoyed doing it, and then not to wear it seems a bit silly to me. I suppose you kind of live and learn, don't you? And even if I only wear it a couple of times, it was still really enjoyable doing it. So yeah, we'll see. But that is that one. And then the third finished object that I want to talk to you about is not knitting or crochet related, it's sewing related. So I don't think I've showed this to you before, but I before Christmas, or on the run up to Christmas, I did a dressmaking or like beginner's sewing class at my local kind of adult learning community centre, and yeah, we learned lots of different things, including sort of loads of techniques on the sewing machine, and then you got to make your own pattern. And so I made this skirt. This is a pattern from Tilly and the Buttons. Again, I'll leave that link down below. And yeah, it's kind of like a, what would you call this, like a straight skirt or an A-line skirt? I think it's A-line, and it's got these lovely pockets at the front and then this elasticated way. Sorry about this disgusting hanger that I'm showing it to you on, but what can you do? And it's really, really lovely. It's probably a little bit too big for me, so I can't remember the size I did, but it could probably do with being a little bit snugger, but you live and learn. Yeah. And I can see mistakes in this, but again, it's my first time making anything, and again I was super proud of myself having finished it, and it hangs in my wardrobe. I've worn it to work a few times. I wore it on the cruise one evening to dinner, and yeah, it's just really, really pretty. It's more of a summer skirt than it is a winter skirt, so it'll probably come out a lot more in the summer, and I can wear it with like a white top and some sandals or something like that. But again, really, really proud of myself, and yeah, I definitely feel a lot more confident after having done that course about using my sewing machine, about different techniques, about kind of cutting patterns out and things like that. And there's a second level to the course that I'm thinking about doing after Easter, but I don't know about that at the moment. But yeah, yeah, super proud of myself. And I'm maybe only going to talk to you about one work in progress, because I've got loads, and we could sit here and talk about works in progress until the cows come home, and I'm sure you're not really that interested in every single whip that I've got. So I'm just going to talk to you about one, and this was one I was actively working on over Christmas and New Year, and then when I started making this, I kind of put it to one side, and this is, I think it's called the Victoria Shawl, and it's by Sandra Paul of the Cherry Heart podcast. I'll leave a link to her podcast down below, and also the pattern itself, and it's a shawl, so it's a triangular shawl, so you can see how much of it I've worked up so far. And to make this I am using Drops alpaca mix. So this is 100% alpaca. It's the colour 9020, and you get 183 yards per 50 gram ball. I can't remember how many balls I bought of this, but there we go. It's kind of blowing out a little bit in the light that I've got. It's kind of like a nice light grey colour. It's more really kind of natural looking. So this is just, I can't remember how many repeats that I've got left to go. I think 7 or something ridiculous like that. So it's really nice. It's kind of got this like lacy effect to it, and it's got these kind of like, what do you call these, like puff stitch bits, these bits here. There are a couple of mistakes in here, but I quite like it so far. It's really soft. I can't get over how soft it is. So yeah, this is one, like I said, I put down when I have been working on this jumper, and I've been solely working on this jumper for the last 4 weeks. I haven't picked this up at all, but I'm thinking that this is going to be the project that I work on actively next, to finish off, and it's living in a project bag that I made. So this is it here. This is a kind of bottom, flat bottom drawstring bag that I made, yeah, just with some material I bought in my local craft store, and I forgot to buy any ribbon or anything like that, so I had to improvise, and I made these crochet chain cords, I suppose, and I held, I think, was it 3 or 4? I held 3 strands of DK acrylic yarn together, and then made these, and then I tied them at the end. So makes it into this really, they're probably a bit too long. I realised afterwards that I made them way too long, but I don't know, it's a design feature, what are you gonna do? But I was really pleased with this. It came out so lovely and so neat, and even like stuff like this, I can't get over the line that you've got here, how neat that is. So yeah, I'm not trying to, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I was super proud of myself for that. So I do want to make myself some more project bags, just because at the moment a lot of my stuff is kind of living in plastic bags and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I wanted to show you a few things that I have bought recently. The first of which is some wool to make, how am I going to show you this skirt here. So this is another pattern out of Geek Chic crochet, and this is called the Tweed Skirt, and it's made with 3 different shades of DK yarn, and so I bought some from Wool Warehouse, which I'm going to show you now. The yarn that they call for in there I couldn't really find, so I just substituted what I had. So I've got 2 balls of luxury King Cole Luxury Merino DK in the shade cream. Then 2 balls, oh look, the ball bands come off of that. 2 balls of the same in Candy Apple. And then 2 balls of Sidar Snuggly Cashmere Merino in, is this going to tell me what shade it is? in the shade 450, which is black basically, so I've got two of that as well. So yeah, so this is going to be that skirt, and I'm really looking forward to making that, because I don't know, I've just kind of been in the mood to make garments, things that I'll actually use and enjoy wearing. I sometimes find with crochet patterns that they can be a bit for fun and nothing else, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against making a pattern just for fun, just because, but I've been more in the mood for making stuff that I'm actually going to wear, use, that sort of thing. So yeah, does it tell you how long it's going to take to make that? I don't really know how long it's going to take me. It doesn't look like it'll be super long. The crocodile shawl out of this book took me a while, because obviously the stitching in there is kind of a bit, there's a bit more to it, but this is made using half trebles and front post and back post trebles. So I don't think it's going to be that. It says it's a skill level 2, whereas the crocodile shawl was a skill level 3. So I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. So that's kind of like a pattern that I've got, that I'm planning on making soon, and I'm super happy with that. I bought this from the Wool Warehouse. If you're in the UK, the Wool Warehouse is a great place to buy wool. It's a great selection. Sometimes when I come out of wool shops, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I come out of them because I'm a bit overwhelmed by the choice, or I can't find exactly what I'm looking for, and I can always find it online. So I know you should be supporting your local yarn shops, and I do. I'm going them all the time, but sometimes going online and looking for the thing that you want is more practical. So yeah, this is from Wool Warehouse, and yeah, I'm looking forward to using it. So it does say how much it was here. So the Sidar Snuggly Baby Cashmere Merino was £5.28 a ball, something like that. And then the other ones, the King Kong Luxury Merino DK, they look like they were like £3.49 a ball. It's not that bad. So yeah, that's something that I'm planning on making next. And then I thought I'd show you a bit of a haul that I got from Aldi. Again, those of you that are in the UK, there is a supermarket chain called Aldi, and I think they are over in the US as well. Yeah, I think in fact I know they are. And every now and again they bring out, they have wool in their shops, and Aldi is a supermarket that's a bit cheaper in the UK. So when they have things like this, people kind of jump on it, and I belong to a few crochet groups on Facebook, and I'd seen people talking about it, so I decided that I was going to go and check it out, and I bought a few things. So the first thing I bought was these cakes. So this their brand of yarn is called So Crafty, and this is the ombre yarn. This is in the shade Lavender. So it doesn't tell you what weight this is, but it says to use a 5mm hook. So I'm kind of thinking maybe a DK weight, or like a light worsted weight or something like that. But it shows you how it works up on the side as well. It's a bit of a glare from the light. So there were a few different colours of these. So I bought 4 of these. These were £3.99 each, and I'd been aching to get some cakes for a while, but I hadn't, because some of the cakes that I'd been seeing online were a bit more expensive, or I didn't know which ones to get. So I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity to try out a cake, but a bit more of a cheaper version. They did have these other ones in there. I can't remember what they were called, but they're a bit more scratchy. These ones, they're not the softest things in the world, but they are quite soft. They are 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So yeah, I just thought I'd kind of get a few and just kind of give some things a go. You know, I don't really know what I'm going to make out of them. So if you've got any suggestions, then leave them down below. But this is the lavender one. And then I also bought Sand, so this is a lovely peach and grey and cream one. I also got this one called Sunset, so you've got some really beautiful colours in there, really love that one. And then the last one I got was Ice, and there's some lovely blues in here. They did have a few other colours, but these were the ones that I kind of gravitated towards. I could have spent so much money in there, and I had to really restrain myself. So they're the cakes that I bought. So yeah, if you've got any, let's put that up there, any suggestions as to what I can make with those, then let me know. Crystal from over at the channel Bag a Day Crochet, she's got some shawl patterns on her YouTube channel, which I might kind of use with some of those, but I'm not overly sure at the moment. If you're into crochet and you haven't checked out her channel, I'll leave it linked down below. She's got hundreds of patterns, and she's just so clear and yeah, just so intuitive when it comes to her patterns. So yeah, apologies, my camera was telling me that my memory card was full up, so I had to delete some stuff. So the other things that I got were, they had these massive big balls of Aran yarn. So again, this is 75% acrylic, 25% wool, and these are, do they say how many yards are in them? It doesn't say. What does it say on the front? Did I see that? I thought they said it on them how many yards they were, but obviously not. But they're like, they kind of feel like the 400-gram balls that I bought for this jumper before. They had a few different colours of these, so I got one in a grey, and then I also got one in a teal colour. So I was thinking I could make like a jumper out of them, or a cardigan or something like that. But yeah, these were $4.99, so half the price I paid for the other ones that I bought for this jumper. And it's really soft, just like this is really soft. It's lovely to work with, so yeah. So I bought those two, let's put those down there. And then lastly, I bought 2 packs of double knit yarn. You get 4 balls in a pack, and again, this is why this is such good value. So these are 100-gram balls. So you get 300 metres in here. It's 100% acrylic, this one, and this is in the coral. And again, they've got these little bits in here where you can touch it. It's really, again, it's really, really soft. So I got it in coral, and I also got it in burgundy. So I actually got chatting to a couple of ladies that were also there. So there was one woman that came along, and she was sort of rummaging for things as well, and she asked me to reach and get her some of the Iran that she couldn't reach at the back, so I did. And I was asking her, well, have you knit with this before, have you crocheted with it before, is it, you know, like, how do you find it? And she said, oh yeah, it's really, really good quality. She said, I've used it, I've bought it before when they had it like before Christmas and stuff like that, and it knits up lovely. It has some really good colours. And then this other lady came along and said, yeah, I've knit with it as well. She said, I bought one of these packs of 4 balls and I made a whole jumper out of it. Because I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to need 5. Because whenever I'm sort of looking at a pattern, and it's DK pattern, it tends to be 5 balls or 6 balls rather than 4. Or maybe that's because I've been looking at like sport weight or fingering weight. I don't really know, but she said, yeah, I've knit a whole jumper out of this for like my size, and she was a similar size to what I am. So I was like, oh great, okay then. So I picked up a couple of colours that I thought I might use in patterns. I really liked these two. Again, they had other colours. They had blue, they had red, they had grey. I think they had black and green, a few other colours. And sort of ladies were telling me that they tend to have different colours every time that they do an update and you go. So like, they'll let all of this sell out, and then a couple of months later they'll bring out some other things. Some things will be the same and some things will be different. So yeah, I bought those. Again, not sure what pattern to make with them or whatever, but it was just such a good deal. Again, these are $3.99 for 4 balls, which, you know, you could pay that for an individual ball, couldn't you? So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to make with them at the moment, but they were just such a good deal I couldn't really pass it up. So these are sitting in a big bag in my conservatory downstairs at the moment, waiting for me to decide what I'm going to do with them. So there we go, guys. That's a bit of a longer video for you, but again, I really enjoy talking about stuff like this. So yeah, let me know whether you enjoy this, whether you think I should make it a bit more of a feature on my channel. Yeah, because I do enjoy talking about it so much and doing it so much. Yeah. So I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below if you've got any questions or comments about things that I have discussed today. And like I said, I will leave links in the description box down below to anything that I talked about today. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.